Wow, there are a lot of people that want me to talk about this. So let's freaking talk about it. Let's talk about medium bombers. Hey everybody, it's me Schlug, and I am back with another top 5 video because damn, I actually like doing this, and it's a whole lot of fun, and believe it or not, a lot of you guys seem to like me doing these. So, what's the top 5 this week? Well, top 5 medium bombers. Yeah, it definitely looks like a lot of you guys really wanted to see what my top 5 medium bombers were, and really, yeah, there's a good few of them. But there's going to be a few interesting things with this one, because I started in doing my research to discover what are my top 5. I kind of came up with a discovery. Heavy fighters and medium bombers kind of intermingled at times and really kind of did the same jobs at many times. And it actually turns out a lot of my favorite heavy fighters also fall under the medium bomber category and vice versa. So we're going to put this all under basically one basic roof. Since this is World War II, we're just going to put that under the whole umbrella of the multi-role aircraft. Basically the aircraft that was built for one job but could end up doing multiple jobs, specifically bomber roles. So while there are going to be some things that classify as like heavy fighters or fighter bombers or attack aircraft, they will still count as medium bombers in my personal opinion. And note, these are my personal favorite picks. These aren't the best aircraft, these aren't the worst aircraft, they're just my personal favorites. So with that in mind, let's get on to it. Number 5. Well, I see we're starting off strong here. Here's my number 5, the B-25. Oh yeah, this plane is nothing if not iconic as hell. What didn't this plane do? It literally could do everything, and it was used by literally everybody. Oh yeah, lots of people use this plane. Brits used it, the Soviets used it, the frickin' Aussies used it, everyone used it. And it was such a versatile aircraft because you had planes like the medium variant, the standard medium bomber variant, which was loaded with nothing but machine guns, including ones for the pilot, because, of course, the pilot wanted to get some kills in too. But it also had its cousin over there, which was the ground attack variant, which had also lots of heavy machine guns. But, wait a minute, where's the bombardier nose? Where's all the glass? Where's that? Oh no, they put a fucking 75 millimeter cannon in this thing. This was the A-10's grandpappy over here. This thing was a beast. Not only that, it's nothing if not iconic because, oh, I don't know, and ever heard of the Doolittle raid? Where some psychopath named Jimmy Doolittle decided to say, the Japanese hit us pretty hard at Pearl Harbor. How can we get payback? Oh, how about we take the USS Hornet and put these planes on that aircraft carrier and launch them towards Tokyo? And he fucking did it. Yeah, these are the planes. In fact, I think this is the exact same model, and they fucking bombed Tokyo with these babies. And honestly, it's fucking badass. You can't get more iconic World War II medium bomber than the B-25 Mitchell. And named after an absolute badass legend. Excuse me, B-29 flying above me. The Super Fortress boys. They don't know where it's at. But you do. You do, yes you do. Yeah, the B-25, nothing but if not iconic and truly a versatile medium bomber. A plane that could do everything. Search and rescue, night attacks, ground attacks, medium bomber duties. You name it, this plane did it. And honestly, it deserves its love and its number 5 spot. Okay now. Well, if this is number 5, what the heck's number 4? I know what a lot of people here are thinking. The A-20? Are you kidding me? What even is this thing? Some of you guys don't even know what this is. Well, this is the A-20, the A-20 Havoc. And this is one of those little fighters that, in the same realm as the P-40, went and did everything. Literally, this was the bomber that literally America said, war might be on the way, so we need a decent bomber that can do a lot of jobs, do a lot of stuff, and we can export everywhere. And so, they came up with this, the A-20. And I do mean, this thing did everything and went everywhere. Specifically, it ended up mostly in the Pacific, but it mainly got that's where it got its bread and butter. That's where it was most famous, in the American sense anyway. But where it really shined was, believe it or not, in Soviet service. Yeah, that's right. We sent hundreds, if not thousands of these to Russia. Oh yeah. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Putin. Without these bombers at the front line, note this, the Soviets love this plane. It did so much stuff. It was a frontline bomber, dive bomber, tactical bomber. Oh, and then the Soviets said, well, the German Navy's giving us a bit of trouble. Let's slap some torpedoes on this thing. Oh yeah, baby. They put torpedoes on this baby. And they actually did pretty good. The Soviet pilots loved these planes. They loved a lot of the stuff we sent them. I wonder why. But really, the A-20 really made its name in the American service in the Pacific, where it actually was really good at a type of bombing called skip bombing, which is exactly how you think it is. You basically drop a bomb low altitude and the bomb skips right into an enemy warship. In fact, famous picture right here of an A-20 actually doing that on a Japanese merchant. But yeah, it was just one of those little planes that could and did everything. It's one of those little things that gets so underappreciated, and honestly, it deserves more love. And honestly, I think it is one of the best medium bombers ever, because it also filled that role. The A-20, give this little girl some love. She deserves it. Now, there's number 4. What's number 3? Oh yeah. I know so many people were disappointed when I said this thing wasn't in my top 5 fighters. I told you all to hold your jets. This is why I wanted you to hold them. The Mosquito is definitely in my top 3 medium bombers. Now I know what all of you are saying right now. This isn't a medium bomber, it's a fighter bomber. True. One variant is. This plane was hyper versatile. It did everything. It was the fighter bomber. It was an attack bomber. It was a special operations aircraft. It was a spy plane. Oh, and it also dropped this hunkin' mama on literally anyone. You tell me this thing doesn't qualify as a medium bomber when it's packing a payload that fucking big. And remember, it did start off its life as a fast bomber. That's what it was originally intended to be. Just a plane made of wood. Yes, this plane is made mostly of wood. That was supposed to just outrun enemy fighters. It had no defensive armaments. It was supposed to be a bomber that could outrun everything. And then some guy got the bright idea of saying, what if we put guns in this thing? And they did. They put 4 303 machine guns in the nose, and, to top it all off, 4 20mm cannons, plus the bomb load. It literally was a plane that did everything. It literally could do everything. And it's the little wooden wonder, and it is a majestic aircraft to fly, if not a little dangerous. But yes, the Mosquito, definitely worthy of the number 3 spot. It's a medium bomb. It classifies as multi-use aircraft, so it falls into this category. So, Now, with all the hate comments you're currently putting down on this, saying I'm wrong, I'll deal with those later. But now, let's move on to number 2. Now, this one is personal to me. This is the A-26 Invader. And then again, another A, another attack aircraft. But really, it is a medium bomber at heart. It had the same payload, it had the same missions, it did the same things. And honestly, it is a great plane. It's fast, it's maneuverable, it can pack a decent, powerful punch, and it served forever. Like literally, the only thing that stopped this aircraft was time. This aircraft cut its teeth in World War II. Then it wasn't done. It went to Korea. And then, to top it all off, it was one of the first and best counterinsurgency aircraft ever built when we first used them in Vietnam. That's right. This thing was born in World War II, and it lasted all the way up to Vietnam. It did everything, and it means something special to me. Why? Because my grandfather flew in these aircraft. Now, that might be getting a bit personal, but that's one of the reasons why it's my favorite. My grandfather flew these in Korea. He was a top turret gunner. But yeah, this plane did everything. The Invader was everywhere. It flew all throughout the European theater and some places in the Pacific. In Korea, it launched Night Raider missions, which is what my grandfather did. Yeah, they were flying these things at night, no radar, over North Korea. There were times he actually flew all the way to near Vladivostok, where he could see the lights of the city in the night sky. Fucking balls of steel these men were made of. And then, what happens? Oh, the CIA gets involved, of course. These things are used in Cuba. These things are used all over South and Central America. They're used everywhere for spies, spy planes, bomber planes, you name it. These planes did it all. And then in Vietnam, they're like, we need rugged aircraft that can take off from crappy runways and carry a whole lot of bombs, payload, rockets, napalm, the works, to take out guys on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. And they fucking did it. They fucking created a variant that was meant for counterinsurgency. And it fucking worked fantastic. It truly has a special place in my heart, and it always will. Rest in peace, Grandpa. Love ya. But now, with all that said, what's number one? I know. Wearaboo comments in the description down below. I've heard them. Believe me, Cry is going to rip me apart for this one. I know it. Because he already has. This is the JU-88. Yep, I had one of these finally made it to number one. Why do I love it? It literally was everything. It was everything. It was everything all the last ones were and more. What did this plane do? What didn't it do? Oh, you want a medium bomber? Check. Heavy fighter? Check. Night fighter? Check. Dive bomber? Check. Counter-insurgency aircraft? Check. You want torpedo bomber? Check. Radar fighter, check. It did everything. It was everything. And surprisingly, a lot of people used it. Hungary used it. Finland used it. I think the Czechs used them a bit after the war. And not only that, the French used them. The British trialed them. The Americans trialed them. Everybody trialed this aircraft. And it was a very good plane. The JU-88, it literally could do everything. And it was a really practical, really easy design that could be manufactured quickly, repaired quickly. It was basically a plane that was rugged, tough, could take a beating, and, well, do everything a medium bomber needed to do. So yeah, the JU-88. What couldn't this plane do? Well, that about wraps it up. I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember, if you want to leave any comments telling me how wrong I was or how in the end some of these planes aren't classified as medium bombers, well, you can leave them in the comments below. But remember, this is my personal taste. These are my personal favorites. And my logic stands out. And mainly it's also because, I went looking at my heavy fighters, and I'm like, there would only be 2 on there. Yeah, 2 fighters. So I can't really make this a top 2 video, so, yeah. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. Next one, it's gonna be heavy bombers. Oh, yeah, baby. We're getting the big guns now. So, thank you all for watching, and as always, you know who I am, I know who you are. I will see you all in the next video.